Hello, we're five students from EDEC Business School and we're here today to present you our findings for the strategy and development around Transport EU Med Zones for Volkswagen Group France. In order to find an idea, we started by conducting interviews and looking for insights. And what we came up with is Tom. Tom is our typical user. He studies at a university whose campus is located on the outskirts of a big city. He does not have a car, nor a driving license, and has to rely on public transport to take him to school. Sometimes he goes along with a friend, but rush hour leads to late arrival. And they are not the only one in this case. Many people, students or working people, face the same issues every single day. In fact, Tom has to walk 15 minutes between his metro stops and his school. And as for 60% of the people we interviewed, he's fed up with walking. He feels like it's time wasting, he's concerned about the weather, his safety, and above all, he would be willing to pay a little bit more in order to walk less, and would be ready to share a vehicle. So Tom came up to us and asked us for a solution, and what we came up with is replacing stops by areas. Nowadays, when Tom wants to use public transport, he has to choose between a limited number of points of departure and arrival. With our ID, the bus would still follow a general path, but Tom could ask him to make a small detour in order to pick him up. The bus would automatically accept it if Tom is in the area or limited. If many people live in the same area as Tom, they would have a point where to gather so that the bus wouldn't have to do much stops. In practice, Tom would have a mobile app. He would choose his destination, select a time range, and enters where he wants to be picked. He could program it or do it on the last minute. The transport would be eco-friendly, an electric bus with solar panels on the roof, and electrical outlets and Wi-Fi on board. Tom would not be the only one interested. Many students and working people whose centers are outskirts of big cities would be interested by this idea. But opening a new market is not the only benefit for Volkswagen. In fact, the service provided, having ecological feature, will give Volkswagen an image of a company concerned by environment issues. Also, creating an urban area more livable will make Volkswagen a company whose goal is to meet citizen needs and not only to make business, giving it a social commitment to the firm.